It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Gall. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And now the rookie's free.
Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
Able to complete this with a Tyler Conklin. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Just beating the play clock is Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Goff. Throw caught by Raymond. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought down. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right.
A fake on the Jets sweep as they run with Cook up the middle.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Dalvin Cook. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll try the air now with Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Gibbs straight ahead, down to the 42, 2nd down.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. Taken down at the 30.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
30 yards.
And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down. First and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Jets get a bit closer. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Zuerlein good with a PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Now it's gone. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Here's Hardman to return.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here will be caught by Wilson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are in the field?
That's complete. It's Cook. And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture. Here's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed. We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the LA Chargers. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway in Southern California.
KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he is caught by Lamb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Third down and 1.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Play action now. Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being
Number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, Prescott rolling to his right.
That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Second down and 6 now. That's caught out wide by Cooks.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll run forward with Pollard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen.
And Allen's going to have a Chargers first down as he'll get this to the 23-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Running on first down, Eckler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on 3rd down now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Pollard fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Pollard one more time.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be blocked down right around the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Herbert. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams.
63 yards.
And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. And that's complete to Close. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. And that's going to be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
There's some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be close to another first down. In fact, he has a first down on a gain of 10.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Once more, here's Eckler. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Rolling to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And they'll get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Cowboys.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Up the middle with Eckler. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It's Eckler again. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Herbert now. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down throw for Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw again. Prescott. Flush to his right. Complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Pollard.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute off. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you hate to admit it, but sometimes in this sport, the determining factor of who wins, who loses, just plain dumb luck.
Yeah, sometimes it turns out that way, doesn't it? If this is basketball, we'd say that was a shooter's bounce, right? In this case, hitting the crossbar and finding its way over. I actually coached in a game where a kid made a 42-yard field goal, which was the extent of his distance, hit the crossbar, fell over for the win. It goes in the other direction. We lose that night.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
121 yards on the ground for him so far. Now 2nd and 4.
Eckler now between the tackles. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll start at the 49.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Herbert to throw.
He'll get this to Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Herbert going to throw. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why we're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here comes 2nd down. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
A handoff. It's Eckler. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this. This is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Prescott.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.